What's going on, everybody? This is MidnightBacon, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. So, as you can see here, I'm in a regular world, and I am in creative mode. And the reason I'm doing this is because I'm actually going to be doing a tour of my very first survival world. So I thought this would be pretty interesting for you guys to see. I started playing Minecraft on Xbox 360 way back when it first came out, about a month or two after it was first released to the Xbox 360. So that was about 2 to 3 years ago. Yeah, so way back in the, I guess you could call it the alpha stages or whatnot of Minecraft. And yeah, it's pretty interesting stuff here, and I actually have quite a bit in this world. But anyways, I'm pretty sure I spawned somewhere around here. And this, I believe, was my very first shelter. So yeah, it's pretty simple, really nothing in here. I kind of have a hole down here, and I would, just dig the grass or the dirt down here each time I went down. And the reason I have this is because way back in the day, in order to find slimes and slime chunks, you had to manually mine areas and try to test to find where chunks would or slimes would spawn in. As opposed to nowadays, where you could just look up a program online and type in the seed of your world, and it'll tell you where slimes will spawn in. But yeah, no, that wasn't the case back then. At the time, you had to basically mine 16 blocks in one direction, and at the end of it, make a little room big enough for a slime to spawn, and that was basically how you could find out which chunks they would spawn in. So yeah, that I think that's what I had this here for. But anyways, I want to get on to the good stuff. And so that's pretty my basic shelter. And actually coming nighttime, so maybe I'll just sleep here real quick. But yeah, so I'm gonna go show you my main area then afterwards, and nothing in that furnace, just checking. But anyways, alright, so anyways, I'm just gonna fly up here, and I believe it's over this way. And yeah, okay, I can kind of see some stuff here, and yeah, here we go. So this is my main area then that I moved to later on. And some of the stuff, I want to give you a fair warning, it does look pretty beaten up and crappy, like this right here. And this was actually my first legit kind of house that I tried making. And yeah, as you can see, it is just destroyed now. And the reason for that is because I was playing with a friend one time, and he let a friend of his on my world. And this kid, he was kind of a jerk, and he stole some of the TNT that I had, and he blew it up. But what are you gonna do? No big deal, really, because I mean, eventually I moved on to a new world anyway. But anyways, this was my first sort of legit house. Really nothing to it, nothing special. These right here, I used to have water and lava kind of flowing through them. I don't know, just kind of decoration and whatnot. And then I had a portal there, and this goes up to the very top of it. And honestly, I had portals all over this. I don't know why I had so many, but you can see, as you can see here, I have a portal here, and I also have another portal on top of this. Chest here, nothing in that. And as well, there's a little pathway I made here. And wait, is that another portal down there? I don't know if I just showed that or not. I think I just showed that, maybe. But anyways, there's a pathway here, and this leads over to another little platform. And you want to guess what's over here? That's right. More portals. 3 portals on this platform now, so I don't know, I guess I really liked portals back in the day. This was my very first boat elevator that I used to get up and down from the place every now and again. Not sure what this log's doing here, but anyways, let me break this boat. Maybe I can test it out, show you guys it working. Hopefully it still works. Alright, so I'm gonna jump in, hopefully it doesn't break, and yeah, so it takes me up to the top, and cool, so it still works. That's really neat. And then yeah, so that's how I would get up to my base. And alright, then down here, this was my very first sort of record farm, I guess you could call it, where you could trap. Let me clear that out of there. You could trap say skeletons, I believe, in this hole right here, and then you would put a trapdoor or some kind of block over them so that they won't burn. And then you'd lower a creeper into this hole. They would stand here, and there's water there in case they blew up. They wouldn't, destroy this whole setup. And then you would walk in here, and I would break the block, and the skeleton would be standing in the back, creeper would be in the front here. I'd hit the creeper a few times, and wait for the skeleton to shoot the creeper, and hopefully you drop a record, and I just break the block and get it. So yeah, that's how I tried that. It honestly, it didn't really work how I expected it to, but you know, whatever. What are you gonna do? So anyways, I guess next thing I'll show off is this. I don't know, I felt like making this one day. It's kind of just like a little shooting, really small shooting range. And this is actually way before you were able to draw back bows, before you were able to, you know, choose how powerful it was. Back in the day, you know, you'd just press left trigger and it would fire an arrow immediately, like that sort of, but it would kind of shoot, and it would go, it wouldn't really go very far at all. So you really had no control over the power of your shots. So nowadays this is kind of obsolete because you know, you can definitely shoot much farther than it was at the time. But at the time, this was pretty hard to shot to make. You'd have to like aim like high up like that just to get it, you know, at the target. And then add the lava here so you could shoot through it and make like flaming arrows. I don't really know if it worked or not. Maybe I'm shooting, yeah. Oh, see, there you go. So at the time, it made flame arrows, whatever. This is another kind of mob trap that I made. Basically, you try to lure some kind of mob in there, and this was just for fun. Honestly, the door, I guess it got broken after updates or whatever. But you just flip the lever to close them in there, and then press this lever, and it launches arrows at them until they die. So I had a bunch of arrows in that dispenser there to shoot the mobs with. Ooh, I was crouching. And yeah, so okay, let's see. Next off, I think I'll show this. This was my first legit, well, not legit. This is my like actual like good house that I built. I tried making a cottage, you know, using different blocks instead of just a dirt house up there. So I have a sorry here. Get off my lawn. I think I was trying to mimic sort of Mr. Nevercracker, maybe. I think that's his name from the movie Monster House. I don't know if any of you have seen that, but yeah, I think I tried. That's where I got my inspiration from that sign. But anyways, this was my very first house, and the reason I have all these torches here is because in the early stages, if you slept in your bed at night, and let's say even if there was like one dark corner of your house, so like let's say these torches were gone here, then there was a pretty good chance that while you're sleeping, a mob would spawn and it would try to attack you, and it wouldn't let you actually sleep to skip the day. So you had to make sure your room was lit up to the max, basically, so that no mobs would spawn and you could actually sleep in your bed. But yeah, so here's my little kitchen area. Got a fridge, of course, furnace, cutting board, and a knife. That's what I used a lever for. And then you got some, I guess, shelves, what I was doing with that. And seating, I just used a note block for the table because I thought it looked pretty cool. This was a fireplace I had, and the reason I never had it lit because when I first made my cottage, I had this lit, and I guess I didn't realize the range that objects had to be, like how far away from firewood had to be, because it would always burn down my cottage, and I got so annoyed, and eventually I just, you know, got rid of the fire altogether. But I have some chests here. Most of my stuff, my good stuff, is moved. I got some saddles in here and some other junk, but most of my stuff, a bunch of armor. I don't know why I had so many sets. But anyways, yeah, let's go down to my basement. Here, this is my library. This was before enchanting tables, so there's really no purpose for this stuff. Although I think I was kind of preparing for it, just kind of getting ready for that update. But when the update came out, I just decided to make a new survival world anyway. So I down here, this is my home theater set. As you can see, I got a TV, my sounds, surround sound, and stereo system. And back here, I've got my storage room. And well, it's not really a storage room. It used to be a storage room. I used to have my dogs in this pen here, but I think they either died or I let them out, something. Here's a chest I used to keep a bunch of backup tools in case I died or just needed more, whatever. Here is where I would stash my good stuff. Back when, you know, I had good stuff, so I would usually put like blocks over like that, kind of hide my valuables. So yeah, now it's just basically junk pretty much. And I guess I'll go out the back secret exit. This is how I'd get in and out sometimes if I wanted to be kind of sneaky, and I just cover it back up like that or something. Okay, so I'll go back out front and show some other stuff I have around here. And this is my little fenced-in yard. And oh, okay, so over here are my dogs, and this was before you could color collars, so I had no way of telling them all apart. And I had a bunch of dogs. Here's a little sugarcane farm, pretty simple. Over here, this building right here, this was my like a bathhouse basically, and it was a pretty simple structure. And I guess the doors got messed up after the updates and whatnot, but I'll walk on through. This was a shower. I think I did this before pistons maybe, but basically if you wanted this to work, all you had to do was break the block and the water would flow down. And I kind of made it sort of seem like there was a like a drain system. Let me put that back there. So yeah, I kind of made it like a little drainage like off there and back there, I guess. And then down this way I have a hot tub or just a bath or whatever you want it to be, some kind of little relaxing pool. So yeah, that's what I think actually, now that I think about it, the term I wanted it to be called, I think I called it a Turkish bathhouse. Got my inspiration off that. And oh, let me if you want me to join Xbox Live Party, let me turn off my notifications. I didn't realize they were on, and let me just get rid of those real quick. Okay. And alright, so let's see, next off, I guess I'll show this here. This was another mob grinder I tried experimenting with. Basically, you would have lava right here. You'd put lava along the back of this, and then you'd try to lure mobs into the water, and they'd get pushed to the edge, and the lava would burn them, and then they'd fall down there, and then you just have to, you know, make a ladder and a collection point and go down and get the stuff. But this never really worked as much as I had hoped it would. So I just got rid of the lava, and I scrapped this one. And in this world, I was like all about mob grinders, mob farms, and all that kind of stuff. I really did a lot of like experimenting and different stuff like that. Here is my very first attempt at a castle, pretty small, and I never really decorated the inside of it. This just goes up to the roof. This over here is like a little side tower I had with a bed. It's about to be night, but I can't sleep just yet. I guess I'll go onto the roof real quick, just kind of show from the top here. Sort of a little American flag is supposed to be, but definitely not enough room to make it. Over here, I was going to try building a glass tower all the way to the sky limit. At the time, I think the sky limit was like 128 blocks, something like that, before the 256 sky limit, I believe. So that was my goal, and someone kind of griefed it and placed boats all over the place. This also got griefed at one point with TNT, I believe. Someone placed TNT and blew it up, so I had to replace a lot of glass. Okay, now I can sleep, so I'll just go sleep in the castle here. Alright, so I'll skip today. And alright, here we go, let's go. So there actually is, even though this world is really old and, you know, before a whole lot of cool features and updates and whatnot, I did have quite a bit built in this world. I had this world for quite a while. And anyways, here's my chandelier I tried making. Pretty sloppy, but it worked, I guess. I guess over here I'll show this. This was my very first legit mob grinder, like where it actually automatically grinded and got pretty good mob drop rates, I'd say. And mob grinder, get some. Oh, you never saw that last word. That shh. Okay, so anyways, basically I'll go up at the end afterwards, after I show the interior, and I'll show the spawning pads. But basically mobs would spawn up top, and eventually they would drop down, and there's water above me that would push them around, sort of, and you can see it dripping from the ceiling a little bit, and it would push them to these corners, and then they'd get pushed over here, and they would burn in the lava, and their mobs would, or not their mobs, their drops would fall in the water, and the water would push them all to the center, and all that I had to do was jump here and collect it. And I could also just I could have just sat there for a while if I wanted to collect stuff, but and then I had chests all around to for whenever I got stuff I could put it away. I had bones in here, gunpowder there, feathers, and this was actually back when zombies dropped feathers. Yeah, might be kind of hard to believe, but zombies did drop feathers before zombie flesh and mob drops. Now, of course, only chickens drop feathers, but at the time, that was zombies. Arrows, and then string. String was a little bit harder to come by in this mob grinder, I think, because spiders would kind of climb the walls, and they would like sort of climb into the lava, I think, and their stuff would burn in the lava. But I guess I never really needed string a whole lot anyway, so it was no big deal. And now I'll go up and show sort of the spawning pads. And as you can see, there's a whole bunch of random blocks. Basically, I just got whatever blocks I had available in order to make this, because I don't know, I never really did a whole lot of mining or whatever for blocks. But anyways, these are spawn pads. So mobs would say, yeah, you can spawn up here, and eventually on their own mob AI, they would walk down here, and then down here, and then down here, and then, you know, down here, and then into the water. So I guess another reason spiders didn't really spawn, work, because there's only one wide channels here, so they'd have to fall on the edge. But anyways, I guess it wasn't super efficient in this kind of mob farm, because you know, they'd have to fall quite a bit away until they fell into the actual grinding bit. But so that's that for this mob grinder. And I don't think there's really anything else back here. That is a little house a friend tried to make over there, really sloppy. Another one a different friend tried to make, I think. And yeah, so I think that's about it in this area. Oh, over here, I think I was experimenting with TNT and arrows. Like what I would do is, I believe I got TNT. I don't know if this still works or not, but I would take TNT and then I would shoot a bunch of arrows into it. Let me see if it works real quick. I'll just shoot a few into it, and then I'll get some flint and steel. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, hold on, let me try that again. Maybe I have to left click it, I guess. Oops. Alright, so let's see. Alright, so, oh, did I just grab those arrows? Dang it. Alright, let me try that one more time real quick. And then I promise I'll move on to the other stuff in this world, because I do have quite a bit that I have to get through and to show you guys. Alright, so that should be good. I'll light that. Oh no, I don't think it works. Way back in the day, you could put TNT down, then shoot arrows onto it, and the arrows would go flying up into the air from the TNT. And then basically it was like arrow roulette, we called it, where we'd all stand around a circle around here, and whoever got hit with the arrow basically lost. And yeah, you just keep going around like that. You basically had to either, I think, stand still or try to dodge them. I don't know. But anyways, I had a minecart system here to take me back up to the main area, which is a little bit unnecessary, I guess, since it was so close. But I don't know, it made traveling a little bit easier. So let's see. Over here. Oh yeah, back here. I don't think I showed this. This was like, I was trying to make it sort of like a little village in a way. Or little houses, or if ever a friend joined my world, then they could come claim one of these houses and sort of stay in it for the time being. So this one was pretty simple. This was actually more like the quote-unquote extravagant houses here. It even had a little water elevator I made for it. Yeah, so, but anyways, there's other ones here. I've got, you know, just pretty basic stuff. There's a little bedroom back there. And then over here was another one, and one of my friends claimed this one, and he actually had like a secret chest underneath this chest. And this was back when chests filled up an entire block. Nowadays they don't kind of go all the way to the edge, but in the beginning they did fill up like an entire block. Like they would say be like that, and you wouldn't be able to see through it. That's how big a chest would be. But now, of course, they do fill a block. But anyways, he had a secret chest that I found, so that was kind of funny. I kind of stole stuff from him every now and again. Let's see. This was a really failed attempt. I was trying to make like a yacht kind of, and as you can see, it didn't work out too well in my favor. So yeah, I was trying to make like a little pathway underwater. I think I was going to make something like that, but I never worked on that. And then over here I have a roller coaster, and it actually still works, I believe. My very first roller coaster with an automatic, okay, so it goes up and it's kind of really quick, and you can't really see yourself going up or anything, really windy and turny. And then it goes under a little tunnel, through some water, and then up the hill, and it automatically puts the minecart back at the beginning. And at the time, I don't know, I thought it was kind of revolutionary, even though nowadays you could probably just Oops, you could probably just take a rail like that, and I'm sure if you had a minecart over it, it would turn it. Yeah, so this was a little bit unnecessary of a setup how I had it here, but it got the job done, and I was really proud of it, so don't judge me. Okay, so down here, this was my mine. Really nothing to show you down there. It's a little bit out of the way, but it was like a strip mine. It was really big and whatnot. Over here I have some cactus for mobs to walk in. Another one of those lava blades that I showed you over there, mob traps. This is a seed, stands for my name. And at the time, my username was Conk, also Conk119. So I think it also stood for that, but also stands for my real name. And then, so that's it for this area, I believe. And back here I have some other really good stuff. So, yeah, I'll have to show first. This was just a little platform I built when I wanted to come up here and just kind of relax, lay back, and lounge. Just kind of look at this tower that I built. I'll show that in just a bit. Here was a little drop down for easy escape, easy exit. Over here, I'll show this. This is my little public swimming pool that I made. And keep in mind, guys, this was all in survival, legit survival. I'd never run in creative mode in this world, not once. I can promise you that. Here I had a slide, and I was actually really proud of this whole pool area. So basically, you just gotta hold forward, and it'll drop you down to the pool. And over here I got a high dive and another kind of pool, a little twisty tube pool, some other lounge chairs. This was like my my tiki hut, sort of, or whatever you call it, my pool bar area. I had sort of like a lock system for it. I can kind of show that real quick. At the time, I was really really proud of myself for making this, but it's probably pretty basic for how I did it. Basically, if you flip the lever, I put the lever there just for ease of access. It's not supposed to be there originally, but basically you don't get in, you're supposed to press the button, but it doesn't work. So if you wanted to actually get in, then I knew like I had a little secret entrance in there, so I had to go right back here, flip that lever again, and then basically once you press the button, it would open for you. So that was just kind of like a little security system I made, even though someone could easily just break through if they wanted to. And then the reason I had this lock mostly is because I had some pretty good items in some of these chests. Some diamonds in there, as you can see, but pretty basic stuff. Back here I have a pyramid that I made with a little booby system, sort of. I had to flip this lever, and typically I would have a sand block over top of this so you didn't see it. And each time someone would walk in, an arrow would shoot at them. So let me just go in. Yeah, so I just did that just for fun. Most of the stuff here is just silly nonsense in this world. Let's see how many arrows I have in that. Quite a bit. So anyways, I had to jump down here. This is also sort of a trap, because if you jump down here, there was really no way to get out easily. Although you could have just gone, I don't know, one of those tunnels led out eventually somewhere. But I kind of just did that for another trap system, sort of. Oops, let me get rid of that. And then behind this was another kind of mob system that I had. This I was gonna make where mobs would spawn here, and then I would have water here that would push them towards the center, and eventually the water would push them down here, and they'd land in this bowl. And then I would come over here and press this button, and when I did that, TNT would fall down. It would ignite automatically and blow them up. I got this inspiration from Monkey Farm. He's a PC YouTuber, I believe, PC Minecrafter. So I got inspiration for this from him. Of course, I never really did anything with that. And down here, I actually had a dungeon, and I don't know why, but I broke the mob spawner. Excuse me, let me get a drink real quick. Alright, sorry about that. My throat was getting a little dry, I think. But anyways, so I had a mob spawner here. I don't know why I broke it. I guess I didn't really realize the potential it had. So yeah, I broke that. And then let me sleep real quick. I have a bed right here. Hey, Mr. Cow, what are you doing? Oh, don't look at me while asleep. Stop it. Okay. In here, these were sort of my prototypes for creations that I made. This, in here, that lock system that I just showed you from that that pool side bar over there. This is basically what it looks like This is where I sort of like made the prototype for it. So if you press the button, the door would open, but if you flip the lever, then the door would not open. I just used a wooden door just to showcase it, but of course you would use a iron door. So yeah, pretty simple stuff, but for me, I don't know, it was really exciting, I guess. Okay, then over here, this was my first ever sort of elevator, and as I said, I don't think I had pistons at the time. If I did, then at least not sticky pistons. But anyways, what you do, you'd come here and you'd have to time it just right, and as you can see, you'd have to hold jump, and the trapdoors would open and then close behind you, and you'd sort of jump up like an elevator. Pretty basic. This was I was trying to go make like a floating island, so I tried mining below this and then making like a little island and whatnot. This was basically my main base after a while, and to get over there, this was all before you could sprint jump. So at the time, to make this kind of jump was pretty, oops, let me get back up there. To make this jump was pretty difficult. You could either, I mean, you could swim up in the water probably, but most of the time I would just go like that, I think, in the corner, or jump from here. Forget, like, that jump is doable, I believe, but whatever. Okay, so anyways, most of the time I would have that closed. That's how I open the door, and then I just have grass block there just to hide the lever, so only I would really know how to get in. I had some security systems as well. Underneath this pressure plate, I would usually have TNT and then sand, and let me see what this is going like. Oh no, this is how I'd have the dirt there, and then, or sand or whatever, sand, and then TNT here, and then I would have, oh hey sheep, and then I would have sand on top of this, I believe, and then pressure plate, so that each time someone walked over it, the sand would fall and the TNT would fall, and they would fall down with it, and they'd blow up and die. So that was like a little security system that I made. Let me get back up in here, and then I could disable it if I wanted to, I think, something like that, I don't know. And then I got a chest, let's just see what's in there. Pretty good. Ooh, 40 diamonds. Ooh, I did pretty good in this world. There's really not much up top here. It's just a ladder that pretty much goes up to the roof. That was like a little symbol I made on the tower. This just leads up top. I guess I'll go out here. Pretty basic. And then, yep, at the point, and this was another mob spawner that I made. Pretty simple stuff. It spawned here, and the water would push them down, and then they'd fall to their death. And this was my cactus farm, which actually got some pretty good cactus spawns. Like you can see, I got a bunch of cactus in here, and I'll just kind of fly up there to show that off real quick. Oh, 17 cactus right there also. So yeah, I got pretty good cactus from that, even though I never really used it. This was my mob arena, or not mob arena, my PvP arena that I made. I had to help with a bunch of friends also. This was a lot of fun to make. It took a while, but I definitely thought it was worth it. I mean, it looks pretty simple probably, but you know, this was really really exciting at the time. Down here's a chest containing an amazing prize, and yes, there's a way out. This was a lie, of course. I just wanted to trap people, and basically there'd be people playing down here, and there would be the host of the map, probably me or whoever, up here, and basically if someone dropped down there, I would take sand or gravel and place it there, and I'd kill them. I'd murder them in cold blood, just like that. So yeah, that's what that's all about. Chest, nothing in it, of course, because, you know, it's pointless. Little parkour to get up to the top, and once you did, in the chest there was some loot for the battle. This was just my supplies that I had while I was building the map. Furnaces where I had all my sand to make the glass for the ceiling. Some little barriers to protect yourself. This was another trap. One of the rules was that you couldn't manually open or close any doors. So basically you'd come in here, and it was kind of pointless because there's nothing in the chest, I don't think, but there was also supposed to be no way out, and the only way you can get out is the host. Up here there was a lever that I would pull, and that would flip the trapdoor down and let you walk out. So yeah, I have a bunch of traps all over this. This was another little trap here. Yes, there's a chest back there. Yes, you can get out. And this one actually was not a lie. I don't think it was. Yeah, so there was some basic stuff in here. But to get out, you actually had to hurt yourself and jump on the cactus and get over. So it was basically a risk someone had to be willing to take. Most of my chests here weren't actually looted, I don't believe. This here was another trap that I set. Let's just see what it says. Think you have what it takes? One play opens the door, but one blows you sky high. You'll need to be fast on this one. Okay, I was supposed to say this one, but couldn't fit the E, I suppose. This trap is supposed to have another one of those TNT kind of traps where TNT, sand, pressure plate, and basically if you walked over it, you would, well, you probably maybe would have fallen down there and blown up. But basically this pressure plate right here, this one closest on the right side, is what opened the door. And as I said, this is before sprinting, so you couldn't actually just like sprint through to get in. That would be really easy. At the time you had to you could only walk, so it was sort of a more difficult door to make because you had to time it just right. You had to like get just the right angle to get it in, and it would close right behind you. So that was something that I did, just kind of make it a little more difficult. I had some holes around every now and then that kind of go down to little areas with chests. I'll just kind of fly around this real quick. Pretty basic, what am I saying, PvP map. So there's that, and then, oh, I'll just show this real quick. This was where the host would go to start the game. As you can see, there's iron doors here. There's iron door on the other side where the other player would go, so this is sort of mirrored on both sides, this little room here. And basically the doors would be closed in the beginning, and the host would just come down here, flip this lever, and I think this was before repeaters. If not, then this is when I first discovered how to make sort of a repeater with the torches and whatnot. And basically it's with a lever that would open the iron doors and the game would begin. And oh, okay, let me get that, so I'll get out of here. And let's see, this right here is my pride and glory, pretty much. This was my most advanced mob farm at the time. That was a little window, I guess, if I wanted to watch mobs fall down. But basically, I'll try to show this off. This, as I said, is before I had sticky pistons. And what I would do is, okay, so this is flipped. First, I'd have to open this. Mobs would fall down here. I'd let them collect for a while. And then once that happened, I'd flip this off so no other mobs would fall down. Then I flip this, and once they die, you know, crush them for a while. And once they die, I flip it again. And there's pistons back there that push the sand and then they retract. And after I do that, let's see, 3, flip that, it drops the sand down and it sort of resets it, and then each time I would have to break that if I wanted to get my sand back. And then I'll just put this back real quick. Alright, and then after that I would, let's see, I think I have to flip that back. Yeah, and then it would automatically push more sand back in the ground to fill in the floor again. And then once I did that, I had to, okay, there would be sand there, but no, I'd have to do, I think, this, and then this, or maybe reverse. Hold up. There is a way to reset the sand on the walls here, and let me try to figure this out real quick. It's been pretty long since I've messed around with this. Let's see. Inside pistons on, left on, down on. There you go. So we got some sand here. Let me try that one more time. Hold on, let's see. Off. Inside. Boom. 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 Yeah, there you go. So that's how I had to do in that order, and then flip them all back. And then you do this. Oops, I don't think I pressed it. And push sand back, and that's how I reset. So this at the time was really advanced for me. This was how I first started getting into redstone, essentially. This was my pride and glory, my baby. And then of course, you know, reset it, blah blah blah, and do it all over again. And oops, I don't know where that came from. I guess one of the little glitch in the walls. And I can kind of show the redstone behind this real quick. It's pretty sloppy, but you know, this is very early stages of redstone, and I really knew nothing about redstone at the time, or very little rather. And there were repeaters, but I just kind of learned about them. So it goes all the way around here, and I had to do a bunch of fancy redstone basically, and I guess sand broke some redstone here, but I don't think that's really a big deal because I'm not going to be saving this world. Let's see here. So yeah, I don't really know what's going on exactly. So much to take in basically, just so much redstone wires and everywhere. But anyways, I'll kind of show up this mob spawner. I think it's sort of the same layout as the other one. Yeah, this is basically the same kind of layout with the mob, the spawn pads like this, and they'd have to walk down on their own and whatnot. So yeah, let's see what else I have. So this was really exciting for me. Over here, I've got, this was like a wheat farm, I think, at the time, or maybe a flower farm. I basically plant the wheat or whatever, flip the lever, and the water would push it all towards me. And then, you know, once it got to the end, I'd let it go, and I'd collect it all, blah blah blah. It was really kind of a lazy system. Over here was like my little greenhouse, just a little away, like nice little gardens sort of. And over here at my cube house with a little I had cactus just kind of as defense. And oh, look at that, it killed someone for me, killed a cow. And oh, I had to open that also because it was a weird angle. So this kind of just some doors here, small little rooms, never did anything here, just for decoration basically, just a nice house I was messing around with just for fun. And then over here, I believe this might be one of my last things. This is my well, I tried making a slime. Oops, I gotta have to bring this. Alright, here we go. This is my attempt at a slime farm, at least. So anyway, I'll go down here real quick. And keep in mind, this was before, as I said, before enchanting, so I had no efficiency picks, none of that. So mining this took a lot longer than it would nowadays, probably, with efficiency and whatnot. So this took me quite a while to do. And in the end, it never really spawned me any slimes anyway, because I didn't know any where the chunks were that actually spawned them. So I'll go back up now. And I guess this rail just barely worked. The cart, you can kind of see at some points, looks like it's slowing down right before the power rails. But that might be it for this survival world. I'm gonna fly around real quick, just kind of look around. Let me just sleep, actually, just get it to daytime. Yeah, a bit of a longer episode for this also, but man, the feels that come back with this map. I actually did fly around this a couple weeks ago, I think, and I looked at it a little bit, but man, just coming back to this, oh, the nostalgia, you guys have no idea. This is honestly, it just felt, it really did feel like really good, just revisiting this world and just seeing what I made and whatnot, maybe possibly getting some inspiration, I don't know. Yeah, back in the day, I really just built whatever I felt like. I built some things just kind of for fun and had no real purpose. Nowadays, I don't know, I'm kind of more of a like a necessity sort of builder. I don't know how else to call it. Like, I only build things that sort of like I would need for a survival, like, you know, brewing station or different farms, whatnot. I never really built anything just, you know, just to build it, just for fun or whatever. Yeah, I kind of just build stuff just for technicality. But yeah, I guess that's kind of a shame. Maybe I'll go back to doing some building, like just willy-nilly doing whatever I feel like building just for fun and whatnot. But anyways, yeah, I think that's really pretty much all I have in this world. Now, there might be other things sort of scattered around all over the place. I really have no idea, like, you know, at different corners of the world. So I'm not really sure, but I think that's pretty much it for this main area. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this this different little interesting kind of video, this world tour. Yeah, that's gonna about do it, and thanks for watching.